Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a hot take on what the heck is Trump doing. Uh, this is the latest from the Trump-Pence website. They put out this press release. I'll just read some or all of it. Mayor Giuliani, it's in everyone's interest to have a full vetting of the election irregularities and fraud. Pennsylvania, Arizona, Michigan legislatures to hold public hearings on 2020 election. I think this is good. Donald Trump for President campaign legal team announced today that the state legislatures in Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Michigan will hold public hearings on the election beginning tomorrow and next week in an effort to provide confidence in all the legal votes, that all the legal votes have been counted and that all illegal votes have not been counted in the November 3rd election. The first hearing held by Pennsylvania State Senate will be conducted tomorrow, Wednesday, November 25th in Gettysburg, PA, where each participating senator will give a 5-minute opening statement, followed by testimony from witnesses who have filed affidavits attesting to the 2020 election fraud. Tomorrow's hearing will also feature a presentation from former New York City Mayor and personal attorney to the President Trump, Rudy Giuliani. On Monday, November 30th, Arizona legislature will hold their own hearing, followed by Michigan on December 1st. Details for both hearings to follow. So, Rudy says, we are pleased that the state legislatures in Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Michigan will be convening hearings to examine the November 3rd presidential election. Added Trump campaign senior legal advisor and personal attorney to the president. Oh, this was Jenna Ellis. There were serious irregularities. We have proof of fraud in a number of cases, and it's important for all Americans to have faith in our electoral process. All we have wanted from the outset is to count every legal vote and discount every illegal vote. Okay, state legislatures are uniquely qualified and positioned to hold hearings on election irregularities and fraud before electors are chosen. As established in Article 2, Section 1.2 of the United States Constitution, state legislatures have the sole authority to select their representatives to the Electoral College, providing a critical safeguard against voter fraud and election manipulation. Interesting. So, what could this mean? Does this mean that they're going to have... Now, these are the three key states. They're worth 20, 11, and 16 electoral votes. That is 36, 47. That's enough to swing it. So if Trump got all them, he'd win, assuming he got the other ones. And if Biden got them, obviously he'd win. If Biden doesn't get these, he is at like under 270. Yeah, because he's at, I don't know, he's at like 303, I think. Yeah, it wouldn't matter if he was at like 311, I think was the highest total I heard for Biden. He'd still be out of the running. So, by like about 4 votes. If either candidate doesn't get 270, it goes to the delegates. So, what is the purpose of these hearings? It could be to convince the state legislature, hey, there was fraud. This is our evidence. It's clear that it was a fraudulent election fixed by the Democrats. Don't vote for Biden. And they could appoint electors who won't vote for Biden, who will either vote for Trump or not vote at all, or refuse to vote, or throw their vote to, I don't know, Joe Jorgensen, the Libertarian candidate. Wouldn't that be funny? I'm not sure if they have to vote. If they go, can they abstain? They might have to vote for someone. But as long as they don't vote for Biden, you know, it would mean they'd probably vote for Trump. If they're going to not vote for Biden, they might as well vote for Trump because they're going to be hated either way, right? So, maybe, and I'm just speculating here, is Giuliani and Trump just bypassing everything, SCOTUS, and just going right to the state legislators and saying, here's the evidence. If you believe us, help us out. Maybe. I mean, I assume this is legal. I mean, it's certainly illegal for the electors to do whatever they want in the state legislatures. They certify the election. And I believe these states, now other states, they have to go with the popular will, right? Like all the electors have to vote for, you know, the guy who won their state. And that's the rule. But I don't think these states have that rule. So maybe what it would do is cause them to appoint electors who would then go, do I think there was fraud here? I do. I'm voting for Trump. Do I think there was fraud here? No, I'm voting for Biden. Do I think there was fraud here? Maybe. I'm abstaining. So it could be total chaos at the Electoral College. Yeah. I'm waiting for these guys to get to SCOTUS. I still contend that the big move is at SCOTUS, but maybe not. Maybe this is an end around everybody. I mean, maybe this was the plan from the beginning. Hold these hearings and really, you know, stick it to these guys who cheated and say, look at all this malfeasance. Look at it all. Now, will the media cover it? I don't know. Probably not. But will that really matter if the people who have to cast the vote or are in control of the electors see all this info and they believe it? I mean, this wouldn't be a trial. It would be a hearing. So maybe no one else is going to be questioning these people. Maybe this is so Trump's guys can have the trial without the opposition, right? So they get to present all their information as fact. There's no judge here. This is just a hearing. Yeah, I guess people could ask questions, but most of these guys are Republican. And I think the Republicans outnumber the Democrats in Pennsylvania, Arizona, not sure about Michigan. Maybe. Maybe. Ain't that something? So, if you could get these 3 states, and by the way, Arizona's still very close. They're still not done. I think they're less than 5,000 votes apart. 5,000 votes, and I don't think a recount has happened yet. And Nevada isn't even in the mix here, and that apparently had tons of problems too. So maybe they're going to dump so much evidence in these 3 hearings, Giuliani, that the evidence will be so overwhelming, these state legislatures will say, well, we cannot certify Biden. We cannot. The DNC cheated. We have to give it to Trump. I don't know. This all sounds weird. But I told you, don't bet against Trump. He looks like he pulled that extra card out of his sleeve here. Man, it could be a very Merry Christmas, Trump fans. Hang on.